Hey love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please drop a line. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. And if you feel like the videos just give you a good vibe or you resonate, give it a thumbs up, share. It will greatly be appreciated. Sending love and prayers and frequencies at the highest, strongest, vibration frequency or whatever towards your way for you to get through, to get to. And you're gonna make it through that. So anybody who's coming in with nefarious vibes, trying to distract, trying to find anything that I might say that you want to hold on to try to destroy, distract, or dismantle me and being the best version of myself or towards the path that God has strongly guided me towards, hey, I illuminate that and turn into an impenetrable senator. Yeah, I said senator. I'm sending it on over there and making sure it stays there. So, what am I doing right now? Y'all, I'm so out of way. Y'all, I usually don't do no videos this time of night. This is like a midnight session. So I just felt like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and do some videos today because I was gonna sit right back and relax, but I was gonna wait until tomorrow. But I'm gonna go ahead and do some today. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, you're in the vibe of if it doesn't give peace, you're giving distance. It is so true. Right now, I forgot, what is it, the moon is Scorpio or something like that, where there are certain placements, wherever your nodes are or whatever you're in, sunshine, moon sign, south node, which we're hoping you're not in north mode, but you're going through a different conversion as well as what is the intense transition, so it just seemed like, to me, when I was thinking about that earlier, it reminded me of Kill Bill. Anybody ever watched the movie Kill Bill? And Karate Kid, even with Jaden Smith as well as Ralph Macchio, going back into the days of 80s of Ralph Macchio. If you ever watched any of those movies, you see how it's like the sensei is like really trying to show you different things. It was just like, it's like I want to do a roundhouse kick or something like that, and then it's just like, or I want to learn what you learn, all these different, techniques that look real cool, Jackie Chan, Jet Li, and Chow Yun Fat type stuff like that. But it was just like simple ways on doing it. It's just like, dang, I want to be able to, do these fights. What the heck does, wiping off this and waxing this and scrubbing all that and, tying myself to a rope to be able to swing this way. And it would be just like, I want to learn how to fight. He's like, well, you are learning how to fight, but you had to be able to fight going through these, different techniques. He's like, what does this got to do with anything? And he's like, when you basically, when you're doing these different things, it will tie into you learning how to do the things that you see me do. So it's just like a lot of things that are going in your favor. It had to go against you, whether it was you having to face all your fears, whether if you went through childhood trauma, you are going through abuse, you're still going through some kind of abuse, around you, different things like that, or you're healing from childhood trauma. You don't want to, you allowed yourself to really see on those different times, not allowing yourself to, beat yourself down. Because a lot of times it's like, dang, how did I let that get to me? This happened a long time ago. But it's just like your intuition, as well as our guides, spiritual guides, archangels, as well as our loved ones that passed away, as well as God. They're all allowing this to show you you're always protected. But the way you had to be able to illuminate in those type of ways, you had to go through these certain situations. You're closing different cycles up. You're allowing yourself to be able to have that courage to be able to show up for yourself in a way you have never been able to show up before, and it feels weird right now because there'll be a lot of different things that you may have had different hobbies in that you were really strongly, passionate about. Then all of a sudden, you get burnt out on it. You don't want to do that, and it'll be just different things where it can either be, okay, God is guiding you towards something else, even though you may have been passionate about that. He was just like, allow yourself to appreciate what you learned from this situation, or these certain vibes that I placed you in now, it's like I'm elevating you for you to be able to go somewhere else. Or it'll be just something that he wants you to put a lid on for right now. It could be that, or you're totally finished with that moment has expired, that vibe has expired, and you're going through these different cycles where it's like it's getting more intense. It's just like a video game. If you're a gamer, you already know every level is never going to be the same. It may have the same characters, but then they got hidden villains, or there'll be different things that may push you out of whack, like you're recalibrating yourself. But also things is just like, why do I got to keep going through these different things? I've learned from it. I forgave. I let go. I cut ties. I closed cycles. Open another portal, close another portal. And these are the different things where it's showing you, no matter what it's attached to, whether it's an attachment of a person, a karmic, any kind of karmic connection that you're having may be intensified as well. Being able to appreciate those different things, it may have been a situation or a person that can really trigger you, or a situation that became to where you were seeing, okay, I was in a repetitive loop and I didn't learn from that situation. But now it's getting to that point where now I automatically know exactly what to do, where I may have, allowed myself to react and absorb. Now you're at that vibe where you're, instead of reacting and absorbing, you're allowing yourself to see the different lessons that takes place in those certain situations. Or you're allowing yourself to see the predictable. You allowed yourself to be open and comfortable in uncomfortable situations, allowing yourself to expect the unexpected. Everything is going to be thrown at me just to see if I learn those different type of lessons, just to see if I allow myself to be in my vibration, to not allow that to take place. Because when you're going through these intense things, it may feel like it's very unbearable. It's just like, everything is coming at me all at once. Why do I got to keep going through this? And this is just like, this is at that moment where it's really showing you, you can conquer this, you can overcome this, you are very protected regardless of what's going on around you, what people try to do, and there'll be a lot of these things that's coming in to where it feels frigid, or it may be feeling like, it makes you worry, like, obviously, why ain't God seeing? The fact is, I've let this go, but yet, I had to be able to keep constantly going through this. It's just like, no, you actually did pass. You really did. But now it's at that point where, let me see if you learn the lessons from that. It's just like, Karate Kid, like I said, Kill Bill. But also it's like, if you've been to school, we always used to have pop quizzes in school. Or we had, going on for different holidays, and it may ask you, to have an assignment about that. What did you do? What did you appreciate? What different things that you may have gone through that you didn't notice, but now it's starting to stand out to you more now. But it's like you're going through a spiritual clearance. You're allowing yourself to be strengthened in the clarity that's taking place into your life, and it's allowing you to carry that strength to be able to allow myself to know allow myself, even when I'm not where I'm at, give myself that credit on how far I've come. There's a lot of different things where you're allowing yourself to stand true into yourself. You're not allowing yourself to be holding a mask of anything of illusion. You're hacking the matrix. You're allowing yourself to not be upset about different things that other people do, because they're all through this transition. There's a lot of people that's going to project you, project on you or deflect on you, and those different things. You're allowing yourself to appreciate it for what it is, allowing myself to say, I'm not allowing myself to really give in like I was before, or allowing myself to bring people in and try to force to be able to show them I'm a good person. Now it's just like, anybody that's meant to be in your life that's really loving you in that way, they're never going to allow yourself to, we get into arguments, we get into disagreements at times when it comes to the people on the same vibe as us. But they will respect your boundaries, and they'll allow you to be in that vibe. Now you're starting to shut off with different things that are no longer serving you, and being able to you're being in that vibe where you're no longer around toxic situations, or even if you are, you staying focused on what's truly important to you, not what's going around, because that is something that's meant to happen. Because a lot of times we try to understand, why do people test us? Why, no matter how good, the different things that I try to treat people, people keep coming at me badly. We have to understand there's just going to be some people are just wired like that, or certain situations that had to really teach us lessons through that. We're teaching lessons through that. Even when the people that try to hurt us or do anything that is not sent in a godly way, even though it's sent by God, but it's not in a godly way, you're other people's lessons as well as they're yours. You'll be able to allow yourself to be able to project and being able to say, okay, even though these different things are coming towards me, I have to remind myself to not take it personal. Not everybody is on that vibe of where you're at. When you have a light like you have, is very powerful. When you have the gifts that you have been chosen for, you're a generational curse breaker. Anytime you're a general curse breaker, life is never going to be easy for you. You're always going to be used as the scapegoat. You may be used as the pawn. You may be that person that's always constantly manipulated, or you're that one that is always have a good heart. And when you have a bright light like that, you're going to attract a lot of different things. A lot of people can see that and say, okay, with them being empathic, they see empathic as being stupid, or they're being very naive and gullible. And a lot of times we can be naive and gullible at times because we feel like, okay, I've been through this route, let me show these people, I want to be able to heal them, and being able to try to prove myself to them, that I'm a this, I'm that, and this and this and that. But then you went through those different lessons, like, okay, this is not bringing me peace, so I'm gonna allow myself to be distant from that. But I'm gonna also have to keep reminding myself, even when things are directly, placed on me, I have to not allow myself to, make it personal, because there's a lot of times there's something in you that people hate that they wish they had in them. But actually, to be honest with you, everybody has it, but it has to be at that choice. Can you go down the route that this person is doing? And you try, they try to get upset. Well, that point is like, why can I trigger them? Why can I piss them off? Why can I get that attention? I need this attention. It'd be like one of those kids, when you at the store and they holler and scream, and you tell them, no, you can't get this ball, or no, you can't get this toy, or no, you can't get this candy, and they get mad about that, and they have these temper tantrums and stuff like that. And there's some people, especially, you're a parent of color, you ain't about to cut up like that. Nowadays you go to jail for that. But it's like, you ain't gonna put me in jail for popping my child. If I pop them on the hand and say, look, when we come into the store, I'm only buying this and this and that. If I want to buy it, I'm gonna buy it for you. But if no, you need to respect that. And you very firm on that. But there's a lot of time, there's some parents who just walk over. I've seen different parents will walk over them and just walk away, and they see, okay, what I'm doing to them is not, is not getting me what I want. And a lot of times there's some kids like, okay, that didn't work, so let me get up and go. But there'll be some kids that are going to keep trying you, and, it is what it is. But, you're being able to allow yourself to see that this is working, even though it may get on my nerves. It's just like, it's not supposed to get on your nerves, because if it gets on your nerves, you have to be able to allow yourself to say there is still some healing there. Anything that's still triggering you is triggering you to heal. So these are the different things where you're learning not to take it personal. Anything that's not on that same vibration or higher, I have to be able to disconnect. Anything that's bringing out the stress in me and no longer the best in me, you have to cut that cord. Or any different thing, you're being in that situation where even when you're cutting cords, it keeps on trying to bring you back. There's a lot of times people do not want to see you level up. You have to be able to understand that. And there'll be different times where there's, it was a friend of mine I told the other day, and I sat up here and said to her, I can respect a person that says they're toxic, and I'm not going to change. I don't want to change. I really have a daggone respect for you, because you're being honest where you're saying, I'm a very toxic person. I like trauma bonding. I like connecting that way. That's how I live my life, and I love it. And I can be able to respect that. But my thing is, don't think that because you're like that, I want to be able to entertain that. You have gave me the choice to where I want to be able to entertain that. So it's just like, if you're on a toxic vibe like that, I want you to respect. I'm respecting the fact that you are honest enough to be straight up and telling me that, and you give me a choice whether I want to deal with it or not. And it'll be, and hoping they can be able to reciprocate. Okay, that's not how that person rolls, so let me go ahead and leave them alone. Where I'm just seeing whatever I'm doing towards them is just really not connecting in that way, so let me move on. But there'll be some people that truly don't want to do that, but you have to be able to step back and say, no matter what I do, I can, tell them that I don't want to, I'm not trauma bonding with you, whatever you're doing to try to get my attention like that. I'm just not going to, my response to you is just totally silence. It's like you have to be able to remind yourself, everything that's brought to your attention does not always need a response to it, but just make sure you're well on your good, where you're thinking enough to not allow yourself to absorb whatever is taking place around you to distract you, because that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to do that because God is going to use that towards you to sit up here and place you in a situation to where it's going to be able to say, okay, I'm gonna bring this towards you. And there'll be different times like, God, why are you doing this? You're saying you love me, protect me, and all these different things. Yes, but I really need to challenge you in that way of really seeing your power, really seeing where you're at right now, because even when it doesn't feel like it, you have really powerfully leveled up. And I want you to be able to see, are you going to allow, no matter what people are doing around you, wherever your circumstances are you going to allow this to maneuver you away from the purpose I gave you? Because it's like, no matter what those people are doing, I want you to be able to understand you're protected and you're loved. And don't think that I'm not blind to what other people are doing. Just because you don't see it, you don't know what behind the scenes that I'm taking care of. You may see different things. It's like, whatever people are doing to you, don't think that God is not handling those in different ways. Everybody's learning different lessons from that, but it's allowing you to pull back. Don't you allow yourself to go into justice and being able to handle that, because that'll end up being your karma. So you have to be able to pull back on those different things and allow God and ancestors, your ancestors giving you these different gifts, even when you were in that direct situation where you may be full of a family worth of narcissists, and you were that one that may have known you were falling behind that generation, even though it may not have started with you. You're being that one to finish it. And when you are that one that's usually a black sheep, when you're the black sheep, you already know you have became to the point where you are a seer through all bullshit, and those are the different things that's going on. Like, I can see through the bullshit that y'all are doing. You may have not been able to see it before, and it's just like, don't allow yourself to say, why was I'm so stupid? Why did not know that? Why did I not see that or understand it? And it was just like, you had to go through that experience. And when you went through your spiritual awakening and really understand the rights or the wrongs, when hold your boundaries, know your worth, have self-respect, self-love. Self-love is where you're going to say no means no. You ain't got to explain to somebody about no, you don't want to do it, only unless it's your boss or your parent. Or the different authorities that you're connected with in any kind of way. You have to be able to say, no, this is the reason why I'm not doing it. But when it comes to somebody where it may be family, baby mama, baby daddy, wife, husband, children, siblings, any kind of family, any kind of connection you're having, these are the different people we have always been connected with. And whatever situation we're in, this is the ones that you were going through every timeline on the same thing. Maybe it wasn't to let go. You never let go, where you never allowed yourself to believe in yourself, or you didn't place boundaries, or you didn't forgive, or you allowed yourself to stay stuck in your situation by giving in. These are the different things that's allowing you to say, if it's not bringing me peace, I'm allowing this to be my distance. But instead of allowing myself to really take it personal and allowing these different situations to bring me down, because universe and God already know. I used to get mad. It's like, they tell me, we see you, you're tired, you doing this. I said, but what the hell okay, I appreciate that, but what is this changing me? I'm still in this whatever. And it'll be just like, no, you're actually not. You have to be able to change the perspective and really see the positive out of a negative situation you're going through. Now, even though you may be going through this, you're a whole different person that keeps clawing yourself out of that situation. You're not in survival mode anymore. You're allowing yourself to be able to trust things until it gives you a reason not to trust it. Or you're allowing yourself to see what, was very enticing to you is now becoming very toxic to you. Or you're allowing yourself to be able to cut away from people that you see that has a tendency to want to project and deflect on you. You're pulling yourself back. You ain't got to be rude or anything like that. You ain't got to, don't play small towards nobody. Don't dilute yourself or dim your light to make anybody comfortable. If they can't take you 150 million proof on your truth, they don't need to be in your life. If they have a problem with that, that's their problem, not yours. You allow yourself to understand, if it's not a boss or a parent or any kind of authority that's looking over you in that way, you don't have to explain why you changed anything. You don't have to explain your boundaries. If they can't respect it, the fact is because they don't benefit off of the boundaries before you had them. So now you're going through those different things where I'm gonna stay in my peace. Even when it's hard, I'd rather use my energy on focusing on what's right in my life, where I'm trying to go, what I'm trying to be, what I'm trying to attract, what I'm trying to manifest. I'd rather use my energy, on doing that, on protecting myself, putting that impenetrable bubble around me, to where whatever is going around me, whatever other people are going through, people have a tendency of wanting to deflect and project on you. And those are the different things they're doing. That it's like everything is a part of your growth, where you had to be able to understand that and being able to really go through that. You'll start learning these are the things that is no longer seen as a curse. There's a blessing in disguise off of every dark moment we're going through. This is creating bigger and better for me. This is strengthening me. This is allowing myself to believe in myself, even when things are just really crappy in my daggone life and I really don't understand it. But it's allowing me to move forward and being able to appreciate those different things that took place. So I hope you are able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I would really like to appreciate, like to allow myself to say thank you for everything that when you're supporting my channel, whether or not it's a energetic field of upliftment, saying, I like her style, I like her vibes, I love her content, and I appreciate that. So I thank you even for the support. Even the people that wish bad on me, hey, you give me more things that allows me to even talk about, and being able to learn from as well as heal. And God bless you too. So I hope y'all have a blessed one. Like I said, I usually don't do videos this late, and if I have, it's been a minute since I did it, so it can't seem kind of weird to me. So I was like, dang, I didn't say that, but I didn't used to say that. But now it's just like, okay, when I'm called to do videos and I get those downloads, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So I hope you are able to resonate with the content of the video. I hope it helps you in any kind of way. So much love to you. Remember to be safe and responsible at every single thing you do. Make sure you're giving out love, light towards everybody that is towards words, vibes, frequencies, or just love and kindness at every form. Can really help somebody and get them a long way. Just because you did it from the kindness of your heart is going to take you even further. Make sure you check out my community page. I try to send out as many posts, whether it's encouraging or give you some insight that you may not have known about, or it's just to uplift you and make you laugh. That's what us Heyokas do. So I hope you have a blessed, prosperous week, and you'll see me soon. So much love. Namaste. I say shalom. God bless. Namaste. I'm going to say that again. Peace.